Hello, everybody, and welcome back to yet another cast, another game of Escalation. Guys, I brought you a 2v2 yesterday. Today, I am bringing you a juicy 1v1 between my boy, I gotta introduce my boy here, ESC, in the red trunks, going ARM K-Bot first, and in orange, Tag Rock. Now, these two players are nothing short of legendary. ESC, of course, known for all sorts of shenanigans in the Escalation mod. He is definitely a fan favorite on my channel, and certainly one of my favorites as well, including one of my favorite people. There's no one more fun to roast than Mr. ESC. He is quite a fun guy to troll, and of course, he is very good at trolling me as well. But Tag Rock in orange, core, and going vehicle first. This guy is just a living legend. He's been playing TA since before the game came out. He actually went back in a time machine and played this game for 20 years. No, he played the game for 20 years, and then he went back in time. So he's got 20 more years experience than anyone else on this game. He just absolutely has a ridiculous amount of experience and just an incredible player. Actually, a Rock is primarily a Pro TA player, but he can play Escalation too, or he will play Escalation. So this is a really cool game just because ESC is known for his very unorthodox and crazy strategies, and of course his airplay. And he's very familiar with the Escalation mod. And Rock is just known for his amazing performance and rock-solid play, pun intended. And so both these players having a great advantage. Now, if this was Pro TA, I'm just going to say Rock would absolutely crush ESC. It wouldn't even be a chance. But because Rock usually plays Pro TA, and this is Escalation, that will make the game much closer. And guys, this is actually going to be an entire series. These players played like 8 games, so this is going to be the first game I'm casting. I've got like 7 more to cast. Whatever happens in this game, there's going to be tons more of it, and I'm sure these players are going to bring us quite a spectacle indeed. Before I jump into the game, before the action starts, guys, I want to invite you to join my Discord. We're playing games all the time, basically every day. We try to play games on TAF. If you like what you see, please come join us. We'd love to have you as part of the community. Or if you just want to come talk to us and ask questions and whatever, we are active there. So I will post that link in the description if you are interested in joining my community. And we would love to have you. Thank you to all my viewers. Couldn't do it without you. And appreciate all your support. Now, one thing I will say about this game in particular, it's strange that ESC is going wind generators and Rock going solar. So I don't know. The advantage of solar collectors is that it's steady. It's always 25 energy. I think in Escalation it's 25. And so you can always rely on it, but they're more expensive. Wind generators are cheaper, but of course the downside is that they're not as reliable. It is an unreliable source of energy, and so I like what ESC is doing here, building the 2 energy storages early on. That is something I do quite a bit. Just having that extra energy to play with, and of course if you're going to go wind generators, having the extra storage will actually help you. But as you can see, just if you look at the energy incomes, Tag Rock has a solid 300, very reliable, and ESC is bouncing between somewhere. He was just at like 150, now he's at 250, so that is the downside of going the less reliable wind generator. It relies on the wind. If you have no wind, you have no win. Alright, I'm done. But as I said, even though Rock mostly plays Pro TA and he is an OTA veteran, he is still quite good at Escalation. And even using Escalation units, the leveler is a T1 unit in Escalation. Of course, in Protea, it is a T2 vehicle for core, but in Escalation, it's T1, and it is very, very strong. EXE smartly moving his Peewees, parting them like the Red Sea to get them away from that leveler, because as I said in the last cast, levelers will eat Peewees for breakfast. It's pretty disgusting. It is sort of a joy to watch, but of course if he gets surrounded here, he could die. And as you can see, the Peewee's having a little bit of trouble, but nice micro by EXE, and nice job by Rock building a light laser tower. Now guys, this light laser tower is very intentional. He builds it here to block this whole zone of control. So anything in this area has to go past this LLT. Very, very well placed. And another LLT here. So, and another one here. Okay, so as you can see, Rock already with some amazing base management. I don't know if that's base placement. Base design, we'll say that. Great base design here. He's got 3 LLTs covering all these entrances, and so this whole area has been essentially blocked off to EXE. And this is a very open map, but Rock's use of LLTs here, quite expert indeed. Very well done. Preventing any kind of harassment, and another one here as well, which will block that area. So he's going to have to funnel EXE into here, and he's building one here as well to cut off this approach. But EXE has found his construction vehicle. Can he kill it in time? He is trying to nano block. Not quite. So nice find by EXE, but now the leveler showing his stuff. Like I said, guys, these levelers, absolutely destructive carnage creators. These poor Peewees don't stand a chance. And really, really nice unit choice by Rock. I just love what he's doing this game. I've just been super impressed. Great placement of LLTs. The levelers to counter the Peewee spam. And even though EXE on the aggressive here, including another attack coming down from the north. Now Rock will be aware of this. He's already moving some units to counter and repairing this LLT that was damaged earlier. So, man, what nice, man, Rock is just a rock star. 8 kills on this LLT. Very impressive. Now, EXE is doing something pretty smart, too. He's taking the middle, or he's not quite the middle, but he's moving towards the middle. As you can see, he just kind of made a beeline here. And that's important. Like, if you can hold the middle of the map, it's sort of like chess. Holding the middle will give you a nice advantage, because if you have the middle of the map, you can just spread your tendrils out like an octopus or some kind of Lovecraftian horror. And spread your tendrils out over the map. You can build a base in the middle, and you are equidistant from any part of the map. So that just gives you nice control if you can get a hold of the center of the map, and it's hard for the opponent to. They have to send everything the long way, right? If they want to attack you, they either have to go north and then west, or west and then north. But either way, holding the middle is a really, really nice play by EXE. However, he's kind of sacrificed his economy to do it. Rock is a little bit ahead, about 3 metal, but also about 200 energy. So we're seeing a little bit of different strategies here. Rock creating a solid foundation. If he was in the Avatar universe, he would be an Earthbender for sure, and not just because of his name. He just has that sort of Earth vibe going on here. It's like a brick wall, very difficult to break through. As we can see this game, EXE trying, but Rock having none of it. It's like Toph throwing boulders right back at Mr. EXE. And EXE, if he was in the Avatar universe, would definitely be an airbender. There's no doubt about it. Mr. EXE the airbender. Sending bombers through the sky. But rock does counter air, I believe. But we will have to see about that. Rock sending forward. Little raiding party, but there's a lot of Rockos. A lot of missile K-bots. So EXE transitioning into Rockos. In our last game, Harold did say it was a Rocco or a Storm meta. He said it was a Storm meta. I'm not sure about that. Not sure about that, Harold, if you're watching. I'm not sure about that. No, I'm not sure. I don't believe you. Prove it. Harold, I want you in the next 10 games to only build Rockos and nothing else. Not even a construction vehicle or K-bot, just Rockos. Then I'll believe it. Nice force of instigators and levelers moving west. And EXE continuing to pump out the Rocco spam and the Storm meta. But surprisingly, neither player has started T2 yet or gone air. I would have expected EXE to go air for sure by now because it's an open map. And also, Rock hasn't built much air defense at all. He's got this one missile tower, and that's it. So a nice bomber run could absolutely cripple his economy and deal some serious damage. He is now building a slasher. Perhaps telekinetically he heard me and then went back in time with the same time machine he used earlier to build the air defense because he heard me casting this. But nonetheless, I'm surprised EXE hasn't gone air. It would be a very good... Might be a good option here. Might be a good play. But Rock is now floating metal. He is capped out. And I don't see that he's using it very well. Building a Geo here, but I'd really like to see Rock go T2, start a T2 factory for his vehicles. Use some of that metal. T2 rushes and escalation quite strong. And he has the metal to do it. And if you're overflowing metal, it's sometimes a good sign that you're ready to go to the next tech tier. And Rock attempting to sneak through this little western approach, but there's quite a few Rockos. A lot of rocket K-bots here. Finally, Rock listening to me, going T2. Where is his commander? Oh, there's his commander is here. I'd like to see Rock building some more cons. He is building another one here, but he needs more than this, I think. He needs enough cons to use his metal at the very least. And again, EXE, having built these defenses in mid, will cut off this retreat path. So this is one of the advantages of taking the mid, as you can see. Making it difficult for Rock to retreat. However, Rock did get a few instigators into EXE's base that I didn't even notice. They probably came through the north here. Yeah, they almost certainly came through the north, so... Few instigators getting some damage done, taking out a couple mexes. And EXE, I have to say, he's floundering a little bit here. He's only on 27 metal to Rock's 46, so... This is just one of the skills of Rock as a player. He has very, very good macro. Rock's macro is incredible. You have to keep up economically with him, or he will simply crush you. Sending some more instigators north. EXE, like I said, stumbling a little bit here. All he's doing is building Rockos, and it's not really going to work in the long term. I mean, Rockos are good. Third K-Bot lab here, but again, he can only stay on T1 for so long, and I'm really shocked that EXE is not going into air yet. Rock definitely in the driver's seat here. Rock definitely has an advantage. Moving these instigators through, and the EXE may have just enough rocket K-bots to stop him. Ignore that, Commander. He's not there. You don't see that. But Rock already on T2 now, and EXE hasn't even started T2. And Rock already has his first advanced con out at about 16 minutes. Now pumping out Reapers. And these Reapers are going to be unbelievably strong against what EXE currently has. Reaper is kind of like the T2 version of the Leveler. It's the T2 Riot K-Bot. You can think of it like that, or the Riot Vehicle. T2 Riot Vehicle. A little skirmish going on here in the bot left, but again, EXE in a little bit of trouble. Rock pushing through the front here. Excuse me, EXE pushing through the front. There's a couple light laser towers. But, again, Rock in the better position, pumping out Reapers, and that is just going to be a serious problem for Mr. EXE, who still hasn't even started T2. EXE, I have to say, is trolling a little bit. Perhaps could build air or something. I don't know what he's doing here. He has caught up economically, at least a little bit. He's on 42. Finally going T2. So God, he was really starting to worry me. In Escalation, you can't put off going to T2 that long. You really gotta make up your mind eventually. Rock may actually see this advanced K-Bot lab. No, he doesn't see it, so doesn't know where EXE is going T2, but I'm sure he suspects that he is. Of course, Rock has already been on T2 for several minutes and already upgrading his economy as well. But EXE keeping on the pressure and kind of keeping him boxed into a corner. So that is 1 point for EXE, that he's kind of keeping him locked down this side. However, a well-placed heavy laser tower will push back this aggression. And EXE even drawing a circle of where that thing can hit. So EXE can't go anywhere around here, and he knows that. He's drawing it for me. Like earlier I was drawing this circle, right? Now EXE is doing it. So that whole area cut off. And again, Rock very good at creating these zones of control, preventing EXE from breaking in anywhere. But EXE is still been the aggressor for most of this game, but I continue to be concerned as Rock pumping out these Reapers, and every Reaper he creates is going to multiply his force power. At some point he'll have a critical mass of these. Like, I hate to say it, I don't want to be a harbinger of doom, a doomsayer or what have you, but these Reapers will become a problem very, very quickly. If he can hit like a critical mass of them, he's already got probably at least 8 or more on the battlefield. The Rockets will be able to kite them a little bit, but the Reapers are pretty fast. They're definitely faster than the Rockos. So EXE is now just on T2. He finally got there. He's building his first advanced con. So he needs to upgrade his economy. Right now he has caught back up with Rock in terms of his metal, but in terms of energy, Rock is doubling his energy production, and Rock is also upgrading his metal to mohos. But yeah, Harold might be right. This does look like Storm meta. That is so many Rocket K-Bots. That is just so many. And this is a bit of a chink in EXE's armor, I think. There's really not that much here. If he could just gather about 6 Reapers, he could just roll through here. Even 2 Reapers is going to be a problem. You can see these have quite a bit of health. But EXE building his trademark spiders. You love to see it. The spiders, of course. The paralyzer. The armed paralyzer K-Bot. They don't do any damage, but they do paralyze their targets. Very, very good against the heavier, more expensive targets. And finally, Rock going air at the 21-minute mark. I can't believe Rock is the first player to go air. It's a little surprising. But air could be good here. EXE has some air defense. He has some missile towers. Not much. And these Reapers, as I said, chewing through the Peewees as if they are nothing. Look at this. EXE probably had 30 Peewees and some Rockos there, and these Reapers are going to win the fight. So this is going to become an existential problem. 21 kills on that Reaper, 13 on that one, so total 34 kills for these 2 Reapers alone. So you can just kind of see this is going to be very bad for EXE. But Rock struggling with energy now, and I would like to see him build some of the mini fusions in the Escalation mod. Just give himself going for another advanced vehicle plan. I agree with this. I think this is a good plan. He wants to be able to pump out even more Reapers, probably. And he needs to use his metal as well. EXE pumping out some Mavericks. So I do love Maverick play. Mavericks are so fun to cast and very, very fun to watch as well. The Reaper now stunned. EXE with the Spider Rocco combo. I've never actually seen this exact combination of units, but it's pretty hilarious. Spiders stun the targets, make them sitting ducks for all the Rocket K-Bots to simply volley them to death as they can no longer move. Very well played by EXE. Nice use of spiders. And good God, poor Rock. That is a difficult situation to be, as these Reapers will now be stunned. Getting stunned over and over. They just can't do much except try to run. Even that would be difficult. As Rock with this one Reaper up the left side, 20 kills already. I mean, you can just see this is like a Pee-wee killing machine. That's what this thing is. It is designed for one purpose, and that is to kill Pee-wees in huge numbers. So it's doing that very well. However, Rock has gathered up his Reapers. He's got 6 of them here. I think that's what I said. Oh, no, it looks like he has 4 of them and 2 Raiders. But that is significant, and this could be a problem for EXE, who is floating metal. He's not using his metal. EXE definitely needs to use his metal very badly here. Even building a second advanced K-Bot lab or something. As even though EXE has all the map here, Rock is dwarfing his economy. Rock at over 100 metal per second at this moment. EXE only on 57, and Rock also over 2,000 energy per second. I know I'm just saying numbers, but these numbers are important because Rock is not only doubling EXE's economy, but he's actually using his resources very effectively. And even with the Spiders and the Mavericks, I don't know if this will be enough to break through There's only a couple LLTs here. Oh man, this is... Okay. Alright, EXC. You bad. You bad. EXC pushing through. Could he have enough to actually break Rock's base here? Maverick DPS absolutely just incredible. Oh man, Rock in trouble. Rock in serious trouble here. EXC was definitely behind economically, but he may just have a push to win the game with Mavericks. Let's see how many kills he's had. Oh my god, 4 kills on that one. Well, I guess only 1 kill on that one. Well, the Mavericks aren't getting the last hits, but I can tell you they're doing most of the damage. And running through Rock's base, running amok. And Rock has just enough to prevent this attack from just killing him outright. But he's been doing some attacking of his own in the north and taking out a lot of EXC's base. And I think he will eventually clean this up. But man, these Mavericks have just been an absolute menace for Mr. Rock. They just are so hard to deal with. Especially once they start getting veterancy. They get a lot more health. More damage. However, this heavy laser tower may be enough. Yeah, it will be enough to stop this. But great job by EXE getting some damage done there. And he's not done yet. He's got more Mavericks coming down. Rock desperately attempting to rebuild and to create the kind of army that he's going to need to stop this constant aggression from EXE, who will now take out the Geo. But this HLT surrounded by Dragon's Teeth, a nice counter to Mavericks. The Mavericks really struggled to get through the Dragon Teeth. As you can see, it took several of them. And Rock building some Manticore. They can outrange the Mavericks. Of course, it will take them a long time to kill the Mavericks. But still being a menace himself with this little attacking force at the top. This game is about as back and forth as a 1v1 can be in Escalation. Both players playing their hearts out. Now, Rock has 2 aircraft plants, and I guess he's just producing cons, but would love to see him actually use them for military purposes, building some bombers or something, even going advanced air and building some rapiers. Could be a winning strategy. I'm a little sad that he's only using these for cons. Of course, build power is important, so it's not bad at all. He's reclaiming all the metal on the map. But man, this is such a close game. Rock is ahead economically, but not even using his metal now. Can't even use his metal properly. I'd like to see him start pumping out some Goliaths or some metal heavy unit so that he can actually use his resources properly. The Manticore are not too expensive, and so he's going to struggle. Now building advanced aircraft, so again, advanced aircraft, a very, very good choice in this situation just because EXE doesn't have much air defense to speak of anywhere. A couple missile towers spread here and there, but not enough to stop a dedicated bombing run or gunship squadron. And even though Rock is ahead economically, he just hasn't been using his resources as effectively. EXE has been putting on the pressure all game. Rock holding on. Manticore very good in this situation, but he needs to micro them better. He wants to keep the Manticore out of range of the spiders so they don't get paralyzed. The Manticore will outrange everything within EXE's army right now. So the Zeuses, spiders, and the Peewees all get outranged by these So nice composition by Rock and good micro as well. However, he is leaving his base a bit exposed. He's moving his Manticore west, but now his main base is looking a little bit defenseless. There's some Manticore here, but is there enough to stop this push? The Manticore really don't do that much damage. They just have a lot of range. And their missiles are tracking, so they rarely miss. You need a lot of them to truly be effective. However, he does have this northern contingent, and they are going to push forward. And they can outrange the Zeus. And the light laser towers. He's probably busy microing this down here, and EXE continuing to push through. Rock has used all his metal on this advanced aircraft plant. But I don't know if he will have time to build what he needs out of it. Even a few gunships could make a big difference. But Rock's base sort of getting picked apart by EXE. Zeus making it through. He's probably going to get this advanced construction vehicle at the very least. And a couple more Zeuses as well. So Rock having to retreat his army here, and Rock also stalling energy now that EXE has been taking out these Geos. Has had a big effect. Oh no, if these Zeuses get this advanced aircraft plant. Oh no, this could be game over for Rock. That was such a huge investment. And if they get this advanced vehicle plant, it's almost certainly over. These two Zeuses are like MVP now. Rock in a horrible, horrible position. He might lose an aircraft plant as well. EXE breaking through with just two Zeuses. And these are picking apart his entire base by themselves. What an absolute disaster. They've killed 4 production plants already. Rock in serious trouble now. Even though he's still ahead economically, he has no way to spend his resources. 4 production plants killed. 2 aircraft plants, 1 advanced aircraft plant, and a advanced vehicle plant. All taken before their time. And even though Rock is scouring the map for metal and reclaiming everything he can, he's crippled. This one Zeus, a hero, 12 kills, just can't kill the damn thing. It is such a problem. It will finally die, but more Zeus is on the way. Rock saying WTF in the chat. You can't be happy about that. And again, this Immolator's a nice option here. Maybe if you built them a little earlier or built them here at the approach of his base. At this point, EXE looking unstoppable. He has control of the middle of the map. And just continuing to spam out units. EXE's composition this game has been amazing. Great use of spiders, Rockos, Zeuses, and Mavericks. Just using all these units expertly. And Rock built some pretty good units as well. Mostly Reapers and Manticores. But EXE countering very well. Keeping the pressure up. I really would have liked to see Rock build Goliaths, I think, at some point. Instead of building the advanced aircraft, which ultimately did nothing, and he couldn't even use it. If he had built Goliaths instead, I think that could have changed the game. Goliaths, of course, will just absolutely... they will absolutely poop on Zeuses. It's not even a contest. They're pretty good against Mavericks as well. So Goliaths in this situation could have been good. Of course, spiders are good against Goliaths. They can stun them, but Right now, EXC has really stopped building spiders for the most part. In fact, EXC not building anything. Maxed out on metal. Building some Zeuses again, but yeah, going for that advanced aircraft plant before he was really ready. I think before he had his base secured may have been the decision that costed Rock the game, or cost Rock the game. He's almost done with his fusion, and that will fix his energy problems. But again, he doesn't have the production to keep up with what EXC is doing. Even though EXC, not with the greatest macro here. Floating some metal, now building some bombers. A few AKs, as it looks like Rock has a little base here in the bottom left as well. So maybe Rock not out of it yet. 2 minutes ago, when 4 factories died, I would have said he was just DED dead. But can Rock hold on? He's finished his fusion. His energy problems are gone. He's got more energy than he knows what to do with, but now it's a question of production. He's got the metal, he's got the energy, but he doesn't have the production. He's going to probably need a second advanced vehicle plant. Man, this game has just been so crazy, so back and forth. This is about as close as an escalation game can get. EXC with the constant pressure, just being so annoying with these Mavericks. And very nice use of Mavericks as well, just keeping Rock from being able to get onto his feet. Building some Reapers. The Reaper a decent counter to the Maverick. So he will hold off yet another attack. There's some units in the middle, but these are only T1. And could Rock come back and win this game after I told you it was over? Look, if Rock comes back and win this, someone fire me as the caster. I need you guys to report me to YouTube for lying to my viewers. The AKs, again, he's got this little southwestern base. But this is what makes Rock who he is. Guys, this is Rock's playstyle. He just is solid. You can try to kill him, but he bounces back over and over. It's like hitting a brick wall, man. He's so hard to deal with. Very difficult to actually kill Rock, because even if you do some damage, he's very good at just coming back and recovering. His macro is impeccable. One of the best macro players in the entire game for sure. There's no doubt about that. Look at all these mohos all over the map. His economy definitely better than EXE's, but that has been the case for the past 20 minutes or more. But, oh my god, EXE perhaps in a bit of trouble. He has just thrown everything and the kitchen sink at Rock, and none of it will stick. Rock refusing to die, even though EXE just putting on the endless pressure. Okay, Rock now going into the second advanced vehicle plant. I like this decision. Yeah, I was going to say Rock could go into advanced K-Bots as well. So that's what he's doing. This is what I would do here. He's got enough metal. Go into advanced K-Bots. Push from the bottom. With maybe like sumos. But EXE has discovered this base, but Rock has built quite a bit of defense as well. Lots of heavy laser towers. And are there enough Zeuses and flashes to break through here? God, this game is so good. This is just so back and forth. What an incredible job by both players, no matter how it turns out. These guys are just brawling. They are styling on each other. Good God Almighty. These heavy laser towers didn't even take any damage at all. And the upgraded Geos may be enough to stop this. These are already pretty low. But oh no. Rock's advanced K-Bot lab may be found. Yeah, that's almost certainly dead. That's so frustrating, and I think he should have built it down here. Built it a little too aggressively, I think, for his own good. I think he probably just built it up here so it would be closer to the front. But he does get punished for it, and once again, Rock in a difficult position, continuing to lose his production, struggling to even use his metal, still trying to build the second advanced vehicle plant, throwing out Reapers as if they're going out of style, but EXE may be able to break through here into this base. Rock desperately lurching, desperately scrambling to defend it. EXE finally going on advanced vehicles. It took him long enough, but he is now on the advanced vehicle game plan. But again, EXE economically still behind. He's been staying in the game just because he's been making better decisions in terms of his military, in terms of his attacks and his micromanagement. But Rock will eventually overtake him. Nice use of emulators. We don't see these very often in Escalation. It's like a T2 flame defense. They don't have a huge range. Oh, hold that thought. EXE finally bringing out his patented bomber play and will take out 3 resource generators. Like I said, these are like the mini fusions of Escalation. Oh, now taking out a geothermal as well. EXE, you fucking monster. Just... EXE. This is illegal. Put it away. EXE, somebody ban this guy. Good God. EXE with the bomber play, and I'm sure Rock is pooping his pants right now. This bomber micro, EXE's been building this up for a while, but he is just flying all over Rock's base, killing Mohos and Geos galore. Anything else he can get his grubby little hands on. And this will prompt Rock to do a counterattack. Holy crap, this game could not be closer. EXE with his airplay. It's sad that it took 42 minutes to see it. But we will eventually get our selfish needs fulfilled. We are only human after all. We have wants, we have needs, we have desires. EXE airplay is one of them. Orange pushing through the middle here. And is it enough? EXE's got quite a bit of units or defenses. Cons as well. These cons can be used to repair the advanced K-Bot lab. While trying to kill it. It's being repaired at the... Oh! He just gets it, so the advanced K-Bot lab goes up. Rock giving EXE a taste of his own medicine. It's saying, how does it feel to lose your factory right in the middle of a busy workday? Wow, that was something. This game is just... It continues to deliver. It is the gift that keeps on giving. And even though Rock lost those 3 resource generators, he didn't really need them because he has this fusion reactor that he built at a very critical time that I thought EXE was going to kill him. But this fusion reactor will give him enough energy, I think, to keep his economy going for quite a while. It will probably be... Rock will have to go to the T3 phase before you really have energy problems with that. Of course, building a Moho metal maker that will use some of it. EXE with another counterattack. Another fight here at the middle. EXE has built a little raiding party of Panthers. These Panthers, their designed for one thing: to destroy the world of men. Rock now rebuilding this advanced K-Bot lab. I don't like where he's building it. Why not build it around your defense, Rock? This is just out in the open. We're gonna die again. Rock is like that king from Monty Python and the Holy Grail that keeps building his castle on top of a swamp. And, oh my god, EXC, this Panther push, this could win the game right here. There's just not much defense. These Panthers could just roll down in here into Rock's base and kill him. Rock now aware of the danger, sending some Reapers up. But is it too little too late? These Panthers are fast. Nice use of immolators, but I would have liked to see an immolator here to cut off this as well. Drawing on the map like a little kid. Pressure on both sides by EXE. These Panthers doing some significant damage, but maybe not enough. If they could kill this fusion, that would be absolutely devastating. Rock cannot let him kill this fusion. There is no way in hell. Okay, it looks like the fusion is safe for now. However, these bombers now are aware of its existence. And they could at any point, this is what I was mentioning earlier, Rock building this advanced K-Bot lab too far forward. He's like the king from Monty Python on the Holy Grail. So he keeps building his castle on the swamp. And now the bombers, they're going for that fusion, 150%. Take it to the fucking bank. What was that, EXE? EXE trying some line bombing, but in the end just misses the fusion completely. And Rock even building a wind generator to block some of the damage, so... Holy cow, this game. It just keeps going. It's like the Energizer Bunny. What can I say? Rock does eventually, or he does ultimately, save this advanced K-Bot lab, so... Kudos to him, but at this point both players have to be getting tired. This game has gone on for 48 minutes. And shows no sign of stopping anytime soon. It's just speed it up a little bit here. As Rock going for his second fusion. First one being used by this Moho Metal Maker. Of course, I would recommend he turns that off while he's building this. But yeah, Rock with a huge force now of Reapers in the middle. Probably at least 30 of these monsters. But does he have enough to break through all of EXE's defenses and Zeus's? Nice kiting up here at the top. But I'm not sure that even with this many Reapers, he can break through. He needs some Goliaths in the mix. I think Goliaths would be really, really strong here. They can just... Goliaths are just so strong. It's a very heavy assault tank. They can both deal and endure massive amounts of punishment. And in this situation, that's exactly what you need. A few Goliaths at the front to just tank all of the Zeus's and heavy laser towers while the Reapers put out their damage. But again, Rock working on his second fusion. And once that's done, his economy will go even higher. And really keeping EXE busy here at the top. EXE has just not been able to capture the top part of the map at all because Rock has just kept him on his toes the entire game with these constant raids. EXE doing what he can to push him back. A nice combination of Bulldogs and Fidos. EXE really using every tool in his toolbox this game. Every weapon in his arsenal. Every crayon in the crayon box. To try and win this game. Fido's doing a decent job of outranging the Reapers. But Rock looking for a chink in the armor. Looking for the missing scale of the dragon. Trying to find that one weak spot that he could maybe, just maybe, break through. Now done with his second fusion. Pumping out tons of air cons. Building some pillagers as well. Rock's still ahead economically. But I'd like to see him build something more than just advanced vehicles. Rock now trying to exploit this entrance into EXE's base, but EXE does have a Viper here. He will hold that aggression for now. But once again, neither player really has a strategy to win yet. Both sides now crippled beyond repair. Walk on advanced K-bots, going sumos like I said. Sumo's very, very strong. King of T2 for core. If you can get enough sumos, you can win games. In our last game, Harold showed us that. Sumo is a game ender. You do need critical mass of them. You probably need like, I don't know, 10 sumos. Could probably just crush EXE's base. But he's only on 2 now, and they need to be together as well. So, I'd like to see Rock hold on. And building a third advanced vehicle plant, but man, I really would like to just see some Goliaths out of the... Oh, okay. Finally building the first Goliath, as I mentioned it. Goliath's very, very good option here, and including Copperheads in the mix for air defense as well. Rock staying true to his name. The immovable object, that brick wall, EXE continues to slam his head against over and over. Now attacking the mid again. Some Reapers taking out a Geo. What else can he get? He can probably get this Mechs right here if he wants. He will get that Moho extractor. And a nice defenses. 3 HLTs and a Punisher. The front line. And an Immolator as well, just for good measure. So, Rock, I think, is tired of being bullied, tired of being pushed around on the playground. He has finally taken some lessons in jiu-jitsu and karate. He is going to crane kick EXE into oblivion. Building a huge army of scouts here. He wants to see what he's up against. EXE definitely on the back foot here. I didn't think I'd be saying that after about around the 30-minute mark. Rock lost 4 production factories and then lost his advanced K-bot lab as well. But unbelievable resilience by our orange player. This game has just been such a treat. What a game by both players. This is about the best Escalation can be. Just a huge variety of units and strategies being employed here. Great uses of defenses by both players. Good use of air by EXE. And now with the Sumos coming out 4, like I said 4, if he can get 10, he could just maybe walk over EXE. EXE with another bombing run in the mix, or in the wings. Patrolling his borders, but Rock making it very difficult to break through here, and finally including Goliath in his composition. These are going to do wonders for him, I think. More Sumos coming out, but I'd like to see these Sumos at the front of the army. Of course, the Sumos are a bit slow. And Rock pulling a Lemminkainen here, sending his artillery into melee range. This is not how you use artillery. This is yeah, this is not what they're designed for. They're very good at long distances. But EXE pushing down the center. Some nice immolator placement. And that is going to stop these Panthers short. Oh man. Rock's defensive placement here. A marvel to behold. Man, these Sumos are slow. And could Rock be finally breaking through? This is the first time in the game that Rock has been seriously threatening to break into EXE's base. Over at the hour mark. It has taken an hour for Rock to seriously threaten EXE's base, his main base. But now he is doing it. That is a lot of Reapers. Goliaths. I don't know if EXE has enough to stop this. A short time ago, I would have said this game was unwinnable for Rock. In fact, I did say that. I wouldn't have said it. I did say it. A short time ago, this game looked unwinnable for our orange player, but now it is looking dire for EXE instead. As Goliath rolling through the Sumos from the bottom, and EXE will die. So guys, what a game. What a 1v1. Great job by both players. I honestly thought Rock was super dead. But nice job. Guys, we've got 7 more of these games. 7 more of these to cast. Stay tuned. Join my Discord. Subscribe, and I will catch you on the next video.